Hello friends, so is your check engine light on with code P0467? Alright, let's talk about what P0467 actually means. The P0467 code stands for Fuel Level Sensor B Circuit Low. Your car's fuel level sensor, or FLS, is responsible for measuring the amount of fuel in your tank and sending that data to your ECU, which is your engine control unit, and also to your fuel gauge. When this sensor detects a low voltage or a signal issue, the ECU triggers the P0467 trouble code, which can lead to incorrect fuel readings or even fuel system malfunctions. Here are some common symptoms of the P0467 code. You might notice your check engine light is on. The fuel gauge could be giving you inaccurate readings, like showing empty or full when it's definitely not. Sometimes the gauge might get stuck at one level. You could also have trouble refueling, like the pump is slow or keeps stopping, and you might see poor fuel efficiency because the ECU is making the wrong adjustments. And hey, just a heads up, ignoring this issue could leave you stranded with an empty tank when you think you've got fuel. Now, if you're looking to diagnose P0467, you'll need to locate a few key components. First up, the fuel level sensor. This is your primary component. You'll find it inside the fuel tank, attached to the fuel pump assembly. Sometimes, you might need to remove the rear seat or even lower the fuel tank to get to it. Next, there's the fuel pump module, which is mounted either inside or right on top of the fuel tank, working together with the fuel level sensor. The ECU, or engine control unit, is usually found in the engine bay or under the dashboard, and it's what processes the data from your fuel level sensor. Don't forget about the wiring harness and connectors, which run from the fuel level sensor to the ECU. Make sure to check for any damage or loose connections there. And here's a quick tip. Since the fuel level sensor is inside the fuel tank, diagnosing it often means you'll need direct access to the tank. Okay, so let's talk about the most common causes of that P0467 code. First up, a faulty fuel level sensor. The sensor itself might have failed, and that can send incorrect readings to your car's computer. Next, damaged or loose wiring. Corrosion, disconnection, or even shorts in the circuit can all cause trouble here. Third, fuel pump module issues. Since the sensor is actually part of the fuel pump assembly, a malfunctioning pump might trigger this code as well. Then there's an ECU communication error. It's pretty rare, but sometimes the ECU just misinterprets the sensor data. And finally, a contaminated fuel tank. If you've got excessive debris or rust in there, it can damage the fuel sensor too. So, how do you fix that P0467 code? Well, first, use an OBD-II scanner to confirm the code. That's always step one. Next, inspect the fuel level sensor wiring and connectors. Look for any broken or corroded wires. Third, check the fuel level sensor readings. You'll want to use a multimeter to check both voltage and resistance. Step 4 is to test the fuel pump module. If the fuel pump is failing, it can definitely cause fuel level sensor errors. After that, inspect the ECU connections. You need to make sure the ECU is actually getting the data it needs from the sensor. Step 6, replace any faulty parts. If you find the fuel level sensor is bad, replacing it is really your best bet. And finally, clear the code and take your car for a test drive. Reset the ECU and see if the issue comes back. So, just to sum things up, the P0467 code is usually caused by a faulty fuel level sensor wiring issues, or sometimes problems with the fuel pump. Fixing it is important, since it helps keep your fuel readings accurate and can prevent those unexpected breakdowns on the road. For more car troubleshooting guides, check out these videos next. P0208, that's injector circuit malfunction for cylinder 8, and P0209, injector circuit malfunction for cylinder 9. Hey, if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to IG Garage for more car repair tips.